Hi, my salty pecans. How are you? Happy Sunday. What day is this? Sunday, February 23rd. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. But we're here. I made one of those a little bit of juice and seltzer mix. Hold on. I'll be right back. One moment. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Hi, Mr. Sheffield. Hi. This is my first, I think, ever Sunday live. I have a little bit of soup with me. I'm just gonna take a little quick bite. Mm, mm, this is so good. Let me show you what it is, Mr. Sheffield. This is creamy chicken wild rice soup from Panera. I picked it up from Target, and what I do for it is I I kind of like jazz it up a little bit. I add some matuk sauce and hold on. I'm just let me quickly do something here. All right. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So I added a little bit of matuk to add some spice and then just a little seasoning to give it a little bit more flavor. Mm. Hi, Felix. Welcome, welcome. So for this Sunday, I don't know how long I'm gonna stay on here, but we're gonna do a little bit of chores with me, live chores. I'm gonna water my plants. If you can see from this little bucket over here, I have water. I have this variegated philodendron burley marks. I want to chop it and prop the variegated section. This is so beautiful, but I wanted a bit. It's a beautiful plant. So I just kind of wanted a little bit more fuller because I have the green burley marks in there. The plant looks full, but I just want more variegated sections. And yeah, just water plants, and then I'm gonna have to head out. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm gonna go ice skating. Hopefully, if it's not too late, I'm gonna try to get out of here by like 4, like finish chores. Hopefully, this is so good. That's the mango peach and salsa. So let's get into it, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna start to. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to start to fertilize a little bit my plants as well. So, in addition to regular watering, I'm going to add some fertilizer. I still use the liquid dirt fertilizer. So, I'm going to do a little tiny dilution in the bucket. So, okay. My little maneuvering. You can see. Make the water a bit more brown. And I'm gonna have to make some more mixture. How are you all doing on this Sunday? Oh my gosh, can I show you my little house slippers? Let me show you my house slippers. They're like microfiber socks. So I have microfiber socks, house slippers, and especially with my cats and being in this room, I'm kind of hitting two birds with one stone. I'm kind of like sweeping the floor and I'm doing houseplant chores. So the first thing I want to actually get into, I've already watered this plant. It came from my kitchen. I want to chop this baby up. Okay. I'm going to chop this baby up quickly with you all. Where did I put my shears? I just had them. Oh, grr. Grr, grr, grr. Emma Gerd. Emma Gerd. Where are you? Where did I just put your... Oh, Gerd. Bear. Again. Alright, let me not splash this huge bucket of water. Alright. Alright, y'all, watch this plant. Make sure it doesn't fall for me. If it falls, it's all your fault. Yeah, when I tell you everything happens for a reason. So I'm here looking like thank you, everyone. Thank you for holding it. The telekinesis work, Mr. Sheffield. Yo, everything happens for a reason. So I had larger shears. I took them to bring them in here when I brought the plant in here from the kitchen. I couldn't find the shears. So I remember I had another pair of shears in my bedroom. So I walked into my bedroom and I just noticed there's like vomit all over the place. So it's perfect that I went in the rooms because I like quickly cleaned up some cat vomit from Lola. And if I hadn't gone, then I wouldn't have been able to clean up the cat vomit and notice that she just threw up all over the place. And I'm looking at this here plant shelf, and I realize one of my beautiful plants is a little declining. So let's quickly cut into this plant, okay? All right. So this is this beautiful philodendron Burley Marks variegated. Hopefully the lighting is good. I love there's like just a full neon, and then there's the different variegated sections, and I love there's like the half moons as well, and then just the molten white pieces from the summertime. During the winter, I get more neon. During the summer, I get more white portions as well. So I have this piece right here, which is just straight up green. So I want to cut into this plant and again make it just more full. Things like dripping all over the place. Okay, so I'm gonna find like a node, cut it into multiple sections as well. gonna do a big piece over here, and I'm gonna cut this one down. All right, I got it. Okay, so I cut this portion. Let me show you all the different leaves that came about this piece. I'm gonna put this down quickly to the side. Okay, so this piece, I see this has like a full half stripe right here. So I'm gonna cut this as well. And okay, this is part of this branch. This is all green. This is green as well. All right, so this off branch piece is all green. I'm gonna cut. Sorry, y'all can't see what I'm talking about. I'm cut right here. I gave myself this cutting with these two leaves. This cutting with these three. And then this cutting with these two neon. And potential to give me some green variegated. And the mother plant. Oh, be careful of this light behind me. Looks like this. So let me see if I want to chop her up anywhere else. I'm looking for offshoots that have variegated points. So I'm gonna cut this whole section. I'll show you all. I just want to make sure that it does have something with, yep, perfect. All right, perfect. Okay, so I just cut this portion. It has green, and then it also has some variegated as well. So I think that's enough of the cutting down. So I'm gonna let it do a little callus. But before I let it callus, I'm going to just grab my rooting hormone. Let's grab some rooting hormone. I'm gonna have a little spoon of soup. How do you like your variegated burley marks? Felix, we could always do a little, I could send you some cuttings if you'd like as well. We're gonna put a little bit of that. So refreshing. I'm gonna put a little bit on the cap. Ooh, and just like plopped all over. All in my black pants. Look at this. All of my pants. Annoying. hands. I'm gonna fluff the pants. Easiest way is to just flick it off. And I'm gonna use my microfiber socks and just wipe off the dust. So got a little bit of it. Wow, this is still a little wet from its own sap. I'm sealing it off. Oh, like stuck together. It's gonna be dry it a little quicker. I dipped it in some water because the sap was it already started callousing itself more than some hormone there. I'm gonna honestly just stick it back inside of the mother plant. I'm gonna just make my life a little easier and just stick it back inside of the mother plant pot. I'm not gonna do like separate plants, so set it off to the side. We'll put it in the mother plant in maybe in a couple of minutes after we water some other plants, okay? And I'm also being mindful of the time. It's 3:49 right now for me. This is so refreshing. Ooh, Mr. Sheffield, look at the Uptunia. Look how it's starting to give me different points of offshoots. They sell this. Mr. Sheffield, let me just put this up here so everyone can see. Some good suggestions for everyone as well. I will look into it. Root and Grow. It's a concentrated liquid. Ooh, really? How do you really use it? Like, obviously it's concentrated liquid, so you're gonna water with it. But it's a rooting hormone or just like a fertilizer sort of product. That's what I'm looking for. This is cute. Not prickly yet. I would love to taste this because I see they sell these in like my grocery stores. I would love to cook something and eat my own new growth. Let me water this plant. I'm gonna use this here saucer, and we're gonna put this here. And I'm going to use, where's the, and remember I added some, what is that thing called again? Oh, I'm blanking right now. I added some liquid dirt fertilizer into the water. So this is a very diluted early pre-spring, late, thank you, groundhog, winter fertilization, okay? You got extra weeks of winter, so we're doing a little should have been spring fertilizing. I'm gonna set this off over here to the side on my stripper pole plant stand. In another live stream, we're going to install the stripper pole plant stand eventually because I'm sick and tired of me talking about this daggone strippable plant stand and for this beautiful product to just be hidden in a box in the corner. Nobody put strippable plant stand in a corner. In my best Patrick Swayze voice, nobody put nobody put strippable plant stand in the corner. All right, like I gotta put it up. I have to utilize this. I have so many beautiful plants that need showcasing. Um, to like also, I guess like decrowd the floor as well. Um, yeah, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, oh, this is so beautiful. Oh, my dumb cane. I have to. She's like just toppling over. She is so freaking top heavy. This plant is just like twirling and whirling all over the place. Okay, so let's start to do some watering. Oh my god, this plant is done. Dried and gone. I didn't even realize. So we're making some space. Okay. Let's put this to the side because it's going to need not to be here anymore. Okay. All right, so I have, look at this plant right here. Dried, thirsty. Let's give you some water and your exclusive base. Let's see, can you fit in this? This plant like rooted. It's this plant. I don't wait. I'm confused. So there's a root stuck to the bottom of here. So I don't know if what's going on. What's going on? All right, this fits perfect. So I'm gonna put it back there, but add some water. Hi, Debbie Snacks. Welcome, welcome. Oh no. The plant is so dry, water didn't even take time to leak out. All right. I'm gonna put it back under here. Y'all can't see. I have this container with some dried planty bits. I'm gonna pull out any dried bits that I have. And then add some water into the container. It's starting to get dark. It's almost 4. All right, maybe I might leave like 4:30. I can't talk about doing houseplant chores and then be like, I gotta go. I gotta get away. I gotta go. I gotta fly away. Like, no, damn. Get at least something decent done. All right. I also have to get a towel to wipe this water because that's a lot of water. And I'm not trying to really have sludgy feet. So let me go get a towel. BRBs again. All right, add a towel. Just wipe some water. Let me go through some of the comments. Let's see. Those are the directions for the rooting hormone that Mr. Sheffield was recommending. I'm gonna have a little bit of soup. Oh wow, it's really good. Felix, do you know the? Obviously, I could do the Google, but Mr. Sheffield or Felix, by the looks of this plant, do you think this is the species that is edible? By the looks of this one. Let me see. Mm-mm-mm. This is John. Mr. Sheffield responded, but Felix said to ask Mr. Sheffield or Google, but Mr. Sheffield said before, maybe it is, but the ones you're used to is not as thick. Uh, Debbie Snacks. I am enjoying this. This is the Panera Bread creamy chicken and wild rice soup with white meat chicken. It's pretty good. I add some extra like seasoning into it just to give it a bit more heat and flavor. But it's so good. It's so good. Mm. I don't want to be like all up in y'all faces. All right, Mama's. Let me do like one more bite. Mm. I'm so happy this blocks my face. All right, back to watering. This buddy right here, tell me this plant isn't dry. So let's give her a good fertilize, soak her up, relax the very dried moss. And then already happy. The moss is already so soft. Let's put you back here. I have this beautiful specimen. So pretty. It's like a neon lemon lime philodendron. Of course, I got my beautiful salty pecan with the Woody hat. Sheriff Woody keeps everyone in charge. Okay. In this container, it has like the detachable saucer, so if it's too much water, it runs out at the bottom. And anything excess, because I like, you see how this thing right here, I mean, cock this up a little for y'all to see. You see how this, well, I'll show y'all. So if there's too much water inside of the saucer, it's just gonna run into the holding portion anyway. So perfect. I have this Exotica right here. And I have one of my botanical planter pots. I love this planter pot. This is my two favorite colors, blue and pink, in a planter pot. Check out Botanical here on social media, YouTube, Instagram. I'm so happy I was able to get a botanical pot. And the thing with botanical pots, they have a drainage hole. So for me, I I don't have a like a stopper for the drainage hole. So what I actually do is I use one of like my Chinese take out like the IC things, right? And I just put it like lid top into it. So it's kind of like a little mini saucer inside of this, and it prevents water from seeping out. And yeah, if I want to just have this drink of water without it leaking out, it won't. And if it's excess water, it will. And again, it goes into here, which dries up. You know, if it doesn't dry up, if it's humid enough, it evaporates into the air. So either way, I don't have to like go out of my way to do anything. And I think that's how I've also been able to manage like the care, is having containers that I am able to like not water and then it stops, but like water and then it's able to like hold some water. So the ones that I've noticed that kind of are declining are the plants that can't do that. So like either plants that does not have drainage holes at all that I can additionally cap, or the ones that are just so wide out that again I'm not able to just be like, oh, let me just quickly top you off. Pause. Like, I don't mean in that way. I'm such a New Yorker. Grow up, Pam. Okay. I have this beauty as well from Felix with my Haitian flag though. And I keep it inside of this container, still in the pot that you sent it to me with the fluff. It's happy. Okay, it's happy. It really does. Oh my gosh, it really does. Let me put this up here. You're so right. That is such a classic background thing. Even it gives me, you know, those little water cups as well when you go into like the doctor places or public facilities, and they would give you those public cups for the water dispenser, like the 80s, 90s. Let me see if I can find the like this vibe. Let me see. Like this one. Let me switch the side by side. So I can show y'all this one. Oh no, this one. Okay. Where's the other one I was thinking? Like this, right? Looks so much like it. You're so right, Felix. I didn't even notice that until you pointed it out. Let me see. Okay. So let me see what other plants. So I just watered this one as well. This is my jade. Beautiful. Such a beautiful plant. Robust green leaves. It's inside one of these poinsettia plastic pots that I have. Poinsettias are long gone, but this little wraparound holder container thing is so convenient because I find these plants, the Exotica Scindapsus, don't like to dry up. That's what I just noticed in my collection. My Scindapsus have zero desire to be dry. Okay. Did I even water this plant? This plant is so dry. I'm like, did I water this plant? I didn't even remember because it feels so light. It's so light right now. All right, let's put you over here. Another dried pot with, I don't even know what plant you used to be. Set you to the side. And I'm going to have another bite of my soup and then I'm going to be done because I'm pretty much done. It's not, I only have like 1 or 2 more scoops of soup left. I'm going to stand to the side. Mr. Sheffield says Scindapsus don't like you. What troubles have you found with your Scindapsus? I'm done. This was so delicious. This is like 2 servings worth. This container is for 1 serving, but I also add water because it's like heavy. It's like thick. And then, you know, when I jazz it up, you know, you got to like add a little bit of water, thin it out a little bit. And then you add your seasoning and then you reduce it to like the perfect consistency. Oh, so good. All right, I'm back, y'all. That's funny. I'm like, what problem do you seem to have? They just die. You just like to die. No, some plants really just be like that. It might just also be that stock of plant as well. You know, sometimes if it comes from a different mother plant, it might do better than another plant that comes from another mother plant. Look how sad this one is. And this one has been doing really good for a while. So, let's see. The leaves are thin. That's how you know they're so unhappy. And then some of these are yellow. Let me pick these off at least. You don't understand how long I've been wanting to do this type of video with y'all. Some sort of live watering, live plant care. Changing habits really do a lot. It really does do a lot. Oh, speaking of Hoya linearis, I'm going to show you all my Hoya linearis. I've had it for almost 3 years now. I've had my Hoya linearis. So this is the longest I've been able to keep a Hoya linearis. I usually find that I think I've had maybe like 4 or 5 Hoya linearis so far in my houseplant obsession collection, and none of those were able to last a full 365, a full like multi-season run. So I'm just making sure this, I don't know how much soil is in this container truly, so I'm gonna make sure this is fully watered. so we don't have like dry patches. That's what I'm trying to avoid, is having like a dry patch in here. And apparently soil is all up in here too. I've never checked that out before. I got this plant in a plant swap a couple of years ago. It's like a plant swap meet and greet. That's cool. It was really fun. But then that plant swap meet and greet brought thrips, Amanda Thrips, into my home. So yeah, but I've been able to manage to keep my Hoya linearis alive only in my bathroom though. So that's where it lives, is in my bathroom. And it likes the lighting in there. The lighting is not very harsh. It also likes the temperature. No matter the season, I feel like the bathroom is usually more humid than any other rooms in my home. Like in here, this room is dry and hot. Like if you think of desert, this room is dry and hot. My bedroom fluctuates depending on if I'm inside of it. If I'm in the bedroom during the warmer months, the air conditioner is on. If I'm in the if it's cooler, the windows are usually open, you're getting like different cold drops. So the temperature in there fluctuates. In here, it's very like one way. During the winter, the heater just goes off. So again, it's really hot in here. I add additional water sections to add extra humidity. So on the fire escape, sorry, on the heater, I have containers of water in heat proof glasses that add extra humidity. So when that radiator is on, you better believe that water is like piping hot, evaporating all over, keeping. That's how I find I've also been able to keep all of my plants on my windowsill alive, is because of that method, adding the water on there. So even though it's hot, it's dry, the humidity from the water adds that moisture and warmth. So it feels like, oh, maybe it's summertime, maybe it's not summertime. Is it? Maybe, maybe not. So the only thing that I have to worry about with those plants in that area is to water them. Okay, so temperature wise, this room is really, ideally, it has like ideal temperatures for the house plants. So the main issue is watering. Okay, so I'm gonna see if yeah, so there's a little bit of extra water, so I'm gonna let that drain out. Okay. All right, so still very dry. Oh my gosh, Debbie Snacks. I don't even know. I don't even know. I have to. I would love to. I would love to do a video. I'm gonna do one this year since you asked. I'm gonna have to do one this year. Um, I'm gonna try and see if maybe I can get some help from some of my friends to with like cameras, or get one of those little gimbals, sort of, what is it called? Tripods, so it can follow me, right? Because imagine like as I'm moving to the side, the camera is following me, right? Instead of me moving to the side and now I'm off screen, right? So I want one of those gimbals that, like, if I go down, it goes down. If I go up, it goes up. If I go to the right, to the left, like it does it with me. To give like better angles and B rolls and all that stuff. So I would love to do one this year. Um, I do a lot of DIYs. I'm always doing some different things in this apartment. Eventually, I want to get a like brick walls for the living room. I want to do some brick wall DIYs. And I think I'm gonna definitely be able to afford to do it this year because it's 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 not expensive. It does cost money, right? But again, remember the logic as houseplant parents that we have, right? It's like I could be using it, but at least I'm not using it on drugs, literally, right? So at least I'm not spending them. I'm buying houseplants instead of using it on human catnip, right? So I could be doing like projects, DIY projects, and not use it on like human catnip. I could, I'll be able to like afford to do it because the money I spend on human catnip I justify. So I want to do that last project, maybe in the spring because I can definitely budget. I'm happy again with the conversation that we had on Friday's live, right? Yeah, I'm just making sure this is like fully watered. Like I'm really not trying to have, because that's how I get these patchy situations. Oh my gosh, Felix. I feel like I did do the let me see. I forgot because I haven't used this software in a while. I forgot. I haven't used this software in a while, so I forgot how to. Yeah, like I have my cat's litter box in here, and she's like using it, and it's really loud because she's covering herself now. I recorded a video from this place near where I work, and they have these dang mealybug infested plants. So speaking of Felix, let me share this to myself so I could share as a side clip while we chat today. I'm like sending it to myself. The day that I met you, I just started. All right. No, Felix, I did a new one. I did a new one maybe like a week, 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, week and a half ago, and this is a whole different plant. A whole different one. I haven't done any editing because remember I tell y'all I create content, I film videos, but I just don't edit and post them. I wanted to, but I just have not. Yeah. This is beautiful. My friend got me this from Kenya. Kenya. All right. I'm gonna water this beauty as well. She's a little thirsty, but this one, it has a little contraption enough where I do water it and then I let water it, So I'm just gonna add some fertilized water now. Let it rise up. We're good to go. And I have this. This one's a little thirsty. Oh, let me be careful to not yank a whole plant. Super thirsty. This is my skeleton key. She hasn't keyed in a very long while. I chopped off her beautiful keys, but Miss Skeleton Key is just thirsty. This video is still downloading. Oh my gosh. Only a quarter. And it's only 1 minute. It's a 1 minute video. I'll let her soak up water. Y'all, I've only been on one section. I haven't moved to the remaining side of the plants yet. And we're already 50 minutes into this video. Maybe I have to do part 2. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow and film me watering the remaining sections of this room because I gotta head out, y'all. I'm gonna finish with this shelf and then come back tomorrow and do like part 2 because your girl gotta go. Gotta go. Oh, wow, I just snapped this whole, I just snapped this whole thing. Still a little a little rooting hormone from that other plant. This is super empty. I'm just trying to get all of the dried leaves out. Let's pull the roots out quickly. I'm just peeling off any excess. Oh my gosh, Mr. Sheffield. I don't know if you were watching my videos like back then, but my key used to key. My key used to key. During the pandemic, I actually chopped a few plants. I separated a few plants and I sold whatever I sold. I donated to like auction during the like All Lives Matter, you know, Black Lives Matter, New York protests. So I remember the organization I donated to was to like get people out of prison who couldn't afford to pay for like the injustice. So they were being like jailed for no reason. So I think I donated like half of the proceeds to an organization of choice. And I like the key, I sold like a couple of keys during that sale on, it was like an Instagram sale. Like it did really, really well. But I think that was like the last time I sold plants as well. It was a nice experience. All right, just wrapping it back here. It's like 2020. All right, just trying to get the roots in here. Fill her up. Oh, got these crystals. Gonna add another pour into this one because again, this one is so thirsty. And I forgot last time to rip off all these dried pieces. Why am I keeping these in here? This is DEAD, dead. I completely forgot to clean it up. Ah, the whole plant just snapped off at the roots. Oh my my gosh! Ah! Yo, this whole plant was hanging on by a root that just snapped off at the root. Oh my gosh, y'all, what the freaking heck? I did all that watering for no reason. Oh my gosh. Okay, the video's ready. It's trying to send. All right, my video's being sent. Let me look for my shears. I'm gonna have to chop this up now because let's see. Just chopping this plant up now because the whole thing just ripped. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. And I'm going to leave this one. It has like 3 offshoots coming off here. So I'm just going to leave this portion alone. All right. I have a couple of different plants. And I'm going to stick them right back into that pot. I'm going to stick it right into that pot that it just ripped out of. Because ain't nowhere else to put ya. I ain't doing no more water propagation jars. I don't want no more jars floating around here. All right. So I have 4 plants from this one container. Oh, hold on. Let me scroll up. I appreciate you, Mr. Sheffield. It's funny. Just stick it in here. Get a little bit of rhodey hormone here. I gotta go feed these cats. It's dinner time. It's 4:30. It's about to be dinner. It's like dinner time now as well. Alright. And I'm just gonna do a little searchy, poke a hole in here. And we're gonna stick everybody so tightly knit together. Actually, I'm gonna deepen the surface hole. I put it a little deeper in here so I don't feel like the plant is yanking out. And then fill and compact everybody back up. Okay. Like nothing happened. Like nothing happened. Like you always just like this. What? You just got ripped and yanked from here? What? I can't believe that. Are you serious? No way. All right, let me rip some of these skeleton keys as well. All right. I have this jar that I think I can condense into another container. Maybe I don't need another jar. So I'm gonna, who can I condense you into? Oh, look, how perfect. The same type of plant, a singular vine. Maybe we could put you into one plant together. Let me clean some of the dead roots off before I combine it. Some of the decayed filaments. Some of the crispy leaves as well. Much better. This is all that came out of this. So much better. It's the only annoying thing about water roots. They're so thin. But we're in here. Perfect. And then this random little piece. And as well. And then we're going to put you over here. Ta-da. And oh my goodness. Look at this here. So sad. I don't even know how this is alive. How is there even a piece that's alive here? Do y'all see this? This is alive. There's life in, oh my gosh. We're gonna rescue this. We're rescuing this piece. Hold on. Oh, that's exciting. Let me look for something that's already in a good container that I could just plop you into. Oh, I have this other McDonald's cup. I'm gonna pick off all of the dried portions. My Pam. I remember we did that Pam squared video. That's my girl. I know. YouTube and houseplants have it's not like the same anymore. I would love to see her post more often. She randomly like will post on her stories with like her kitties, but not as much as pandemic days, you know. She came to New York, we went plant shopping, we had dinner, showed her around Brooklyn a little. It was so nice. Went to a couple of different plant shops. Actually, when she came to Brooklyn, that I actually bought this plant with her. It was much smaller, and it was like just a lot of silver on it. And then, so this is the plant I bought with Pam. And I actually also purchased catnip at that plant shop as well. Where's my catnip? If I see it. Oh. I have the catnip somewhere here, but I bought my catnip with her as well. So I'm gonna plop this in some water quickly, and then I'm gonna stick it in this humid container, and I'm gonna add some water in this humid container as well. Spend some time. I have my Syngonium lanocardioid. I remember I chopped this plant and I completely forgot that I chopped the plant, and the plant was like on my counter drying, almost dying. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Pam, are you serious? But it survived. So I have my lanocardioid in here. I don't know when I'm ready to transfer it into open air soil. I'm super paranoid about the Syngonium. But look at this plant. This is like the hardiest plant I own. This Haworthia zebra. I love this plant so much. I think I probably water this plant maybe once or twice a year. I love this plant. It's so beautiful. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have picked out the. It gave me this new offshoot. And look at it. Abused. I'm gonna give it this upgrade. And then we're gonna water you. I'm done with this section, so that's why I kind of moved on to a little bit of other plants. The really only other plant in this section that needs a little bit more care, I'm gonna show you, is my philodendron micans. That plant actually is really battered and abused. I really forget that this plant is such a soft tissue plant, and it's in one of the macrames Felix gave me. I think this is the first macrame Felix ever sent me. Oh my gosh, this plant is like wrapped. Where is this plant? Yo, this plant is wrapped around. I don't know how many times. Oh my gosh, this plant has wrapped itself so deep into 3 different plants. I can't even just pull it, but this plant is so dried. I have to like just break off. I wish I could bring it closer to show y'all, but it's gonna rip. Hold on, let me untangle this. It wrapped itself around the strippable plant stand. It wrapped itself around my dumb cane. It wrapped itself around the ZZ. I'm happy I see this now. Oh my gosh. Y'all think I'm joking. This plant is literally tangled. Savachi Samba, Savachi Samba. Vai, 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 vai. That was an arm workout. This whole strand was wrapped around so many different plants and contraptions. Dried in different strands. So let me just pick some of these different strands. It sounds like a fall day and you're listening to a crunch. You're stepping on the crunchy leaves as you're walking. That's how it sounds right now to me. Or the leaves are like it's a windy day and you hear the leaves rustling. It's really starting to get dark. All right, now let's do some watering. I basically got most of the ones over here. I'm gonna wrap the plant around itself to shorten. Ta-da! It's shortened now. Let's pick some more leaves and then we're going to water. See, you don't hear the crunchy rustling anymore. And then give it a good water. It's inside of this little clear container, saucer, a little top water. I'm gonna hang it right back, and then I'm gonna call it a Sunday watering, salty peeps. The floor looks filthy. I'm gonna broom it, and then I'm gonna get up on out of here and get my rest of my Sunday going. I'm gonna go ice skating. Well, I don't know if I'm still gonna go ice skating, but I have other plans. I have to go do some things for my fam as well. So I cannot be on here let me longer, but let me go through these comments. I agree. I agree. I still wanna I don't know why we never went through with it, but life just happens. We had plans of doing like a little plant, her sending me some plants from um I think she's in Rhode Island. It was one of them ferns. The, it's not called like an elk fern. Let me double check which fern I'm talking about. The ones that you hang in. Um, Let me see which fern I'm talking about. I don't know why I'm blanking on the name of it. Yes, Mr. Sheffield, staghorn fern. That's the exact name. Thank you. The staghorns. I love I've always we were because she's just like we went into the plant shop and I'm like I would love a staghorn fern, but like in New York they're so expensive and I didn't feel like spending that money for one. And she was just like, "What by me? They're like pennies to the dollar, you know?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, we should blah 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 blah." But again, life happens, and then it became into like winter, you know things were going on in her life, going on in our life, in my life. So wasn't really able to go through with those conversations, but I miss her as well. I miss just being so involved in the houseplant community. I miss that. I agree, Felix. Oh, we miss Plants Arena. Somebody had the nerve to comment on my Plants Arena video a couple of weeks ago. Like, a loser. I call it like a loser because nothing in the Plants Arena live stream I did was like said was malicious. It was more like, oh, what happened? Would love to know exactly, more information on like what happened to, like, I guess is the word dissolution, the dissolving of the Plants Arena brand. And they'd be like, she doesn't owe you anything. How dare you? You're so entitled. Like, yo, shut the fuck up, first of all. You're mad nosy, second of all, for even fucking clicking my video. When you see what the title is about. So one, you're mad nosy for clicking on my damn video that is specifically about Plants Arena coming back from multiple years of just falling off the face of the earth without saying anything to anybody. This million follower accounts across multiple platforms, these astronomical prices, products that are like consistently being sold out, a successful, in our eyes, brand. And then you're like, for the consumer, the customers, supporters to not question what happened. Shut the fuck up. And like sometimes, people be like, yo, respectfully shut the fuck up. Disrespectfully shut the fuck up. Like, people be like, shut up. Shut up. You know what the video's about. Don't you click on it. You're nosy. So you're not above and mighty, okay? That's the point I'm trying to get at. You're not above and mighty. You're not better because I created a video being like, oh, I wonder what this person, what happened. Let's see. No, seriously, Diary Stacks, like, not even to like truly like engage with people, but it's like, like, you can't follow a gossip site and be like, I don't like gossip. Why are you following a gossip site? You click on a outlandish, story ad and then be like surprised that it's giving out outlandish information. What do you expect to click on? Like, you can't expect to click on something that's saying this is what this video is about and then be like, why are you making a video about this? I watched the whole, like, if you didn't care, why would you click? You obviously cared enough. Yeah. Like, people be doing too much. Right? Like, come on. All right, salty peeps. So I got these, like, this chunk of plants watered. This one, I'm going to kind of let it float into here, into the water itself. I'm going to let it do a little bottom watering. So it looks like this right now. I love how I'm telling you what I'm doing. So it looks like this inside of the bucket. Okay. And then when I'm ready, when I come back, I'm going to take it out. Let me show you all what I do with, with this sort of watering method. So if I let my plants do a soak in the bucket, I will then remove it from the bucket, right? I grab something like this, okay? I grab this. I will place it back on top of the bucket, okay? So as you can see, a declining plant demonstration, okay? So let's pretend there's water in this bucket. I just finished watering this. So I'm gonna grab this container. So there's water in the bucket still. What the heck, man? Please, please, please. Cooperate. All right. So the water is dripping. It's dripping, 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 dripping back into the bucket. Okay, back into the bucket. All right. And then once it finished dripping, all the excess water drips out of it, I will hang it back up or I'll put it back to wherever it needs. So that's another thing that I do. I use this thing as a grate. So I'll soak a plant inside of a container and then I'll let it drain through this. So that's a method I do. So that's what I'm going to do with that pothos. You're so right. They will have, it'll be a force to be reckoned with, okay? Yes. Do not mess with us, okay? We would be technically what? Not the Fantastic Four. What like the Justice League? I don't know. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh my gosh. Imagine how beautiful and well manicured and kept that apartment building would be. It would be like, you know how there's certain facilities or spaces that are social media popular because of how beautiful they look or their distinctness. I think if we had an apartment building, people, it would be like a big popular thing where we live because people would be like, oh my gosh, this building has just, it looks like a terrarium. It looks like a atrium, right? When you go past it, it looks like a building in Bangkok because of all the greenery and beauty. Oh my gosh. Definitely a botanical garden. Oh man. All right, my salty peeps. So it's 5 o'clock. I'm gonna have to head out. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna go ice skating anymore. It's a little late. Maybe another time. But I do have other things to handle. So with that being said, thank you all for joining me on today's Sunday Live. I'm happy because I told you I didn't know if I was gonna be able to go live or post a recorded video from 2024. I didn't get to edit because I've been so busy working and all that. But I'm happy I am able to pop in with you all. If you haven't done so, please like this video. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next one, next Friday, God willing. Let's get going. I love you all. Bye. And if this is not motivation enough, go ahead and water some of your plants, okay? Good night. So yeah, that means I'm not gonna probably come back tomorrow and water the remaining plants because I'm just gonna do it on my own time. Later, y'all.